So hello learner, once again I welcome on the class of Geotechnical Engineering. So I hope you all are safe and doing well. So in the previous discussion, we have discussed about the liquid limit and definition of liquid limit, and after that how to compute the liquid limit in the laboratory. And after that I have discussed about the flow curve, that is the graphical representation between the number of blows on the x-axis and water content on the y-axis in semi-log. And after that I have discussed what is flow index. So flow index, the expression of flow index was W1 minus W2 divided by log 10 N2 by N1, where W1 is the moisture content corresponding to N1 number of blows, and W2 is the moisture content corresponding to N2 number of blows. And higher the value of flow index, lower will be the shear strength of soil. So today I will discuss about the plastic limit, definition of plastic limit, and how do we compute the value of plastic limit in the laboratory. And after that I will discuss the shrinkage limit and laboratory method to compute the shrinkage limit. And after that I will discuss the various index property like consistency limit, liquidity index, and toughness index. This thing I will discuss today. So now I am going to discuss about the plastic limit. Plastic limit, it is denoted by small w suffix t. It is defined as the minimum water content at which soil is in plastic state, or it can also be defined as if a soil is made for the water content at which a soil would just begin to crumble when rolled into a thread of 3 mm diameter. So these are the two definitions. It is defined as the minimum water content at which soil is in plastic state, or water content at which a soil would just begin to crumble when rolled into a thread of 3 mm diameter. So apparatus used, if I talk about the apparatus used, so apparatus used for this experiment, so apparatus used, so the apparatus used, if I write, the first one is 3 mm diameter needle evaporating dish. Third one is spatula. Fourth one is oven and distilled water. So if I talk about this tin can, of course tin can. So here this is spatula and this glass plate. So other type of apparatus used is in 7 glass plate, moisture cane, and weighing balance. So these are the apparatus used for the plastic limit of the soil. What I told: spatula, glass plate, evaporating dish, tin can, distilled water bottle and distilled water, and 3 diameter needle, oven, and weighing balance. So about 30 gram of soil sample is taken. About 30 gram of soil sample is taken, and distilled water is added to make soil sample. And after that, about 10 gram of soil is taken, and a ball is formed with the help of hand, with the help of hand, and it is placed on the glass plate, and with the help of finger rolled it to make a uniform diameter thread. If the thread is less than 3 diameter and there is no crack on the soil sample, then it means that water content water content present in the soil is greater than the plastic limit. Plastic limit. Further, soil sample is needed to reduce the moisture if the thread of diameter 3 is formed and crack is appeared, then take the soil sample for the moisture content determination. That moisture content will be the plastic limit of the soil. The shear strength of soil at plastic limit is 100 times greater then the shear strength of soil at liquid limit. So till now we have discussed how to uh, compute the plastic limit, and after that I am going to discuss the about the shrinkage limit. Shrinkage limit, and it is denoted by WS. It is the maximum water content at which further reduction in the moisture content there will be no change in the volume of soil. So from the Atterberg graph we can see that this is the Atterberg graph, this is the volume of soil volume, and this is the uh, water content. So this is the shrinkage limit, this will be plastic limit, and this will be liquid limit. So we can say this is the solid stage, semi-solid, plastic, and liquid stage. So we can see that it is the maximum moisture content at which further reduction in the moisture content there will be no change in the volume of soil, and in the volume of soil at the dry volume of soil. So the definition is it is the maximum water content at which further reduction in the moisture content there will be no change in the volume of soil. So how do we compute the value of moisture content, shrinkage limit in the laboratory? So for the laboratory, let us assume this is the original soil sample in which this is solid and this is water. Let us assume this is V1, original volume of soil, original soil sample, and after we can write soil at shrinkage limit. We can see this is the soil solid and this is water, and we can see that there is a reduction in volume, that is V1 minus V2. So soil at shrinkage limit, and after dry the soil sample, this is the soil sample, this is soil solid, and this will be air. Dry soil sample, let us assume this is V2, this is WS. So the shrinkage limit can be computed. Shrinkage limit can be computed as WS is equal to weight of water. So W1 minus WS minus V1 minus V2 into gamma W divided by WS. So from this expression we can compute the shrinkage limit, where W1 is the original weight of soil sample, WS is the dry weight of soil, V1 is the original volume of soil, and V2 is the dry volume of soil. So with the help of that, we can compute the shrinkage limit. At shrinkage limit, soil will be fully saturated. That is, S is equal to 1. There is another relationship between the shrinkage limit can also be computed at Ws is equal to E by G, where E is the void ratio, where E is the void ratio, and G is the specific gravity of soil solid. So this is the important relationship, and Ws is the shrinkage limit. Similarly, we can define the shrinkage ratio. So shrinkage ratio is the can be written as V1 minus V2 divided by Vd divided by small w1 minus small w2 into 100. So this is the expression of shrinkage ratio, where W1 is the moisture content at the volume V1 and W2 is the moisture content at volume V2. It can also be, there is another very important relationship between the shrinkage ratio. So we can write G is equal to 1 divided by 1 by shrinkage ratio minus shrinkage limit. So this is also very important relationship. Another relationship, shrinkage ratio is equal to gamma D divided by gamma W. So this is also very important. So this formula you have to remember for the numerical, where SR is the shrinkage ratio, gamma D is the dry unit weight, and gamma W is the unit weight of water. So this is all about the shrinkage limit. Now I am going to discuss about the plasticity index. Plasticity index, and it is denoted by IP. So it is the difference between liquid limit and plastic limit. So plasticity index can be written as difference between liquid limit minus plastic limit, and the value of plasticity index cannot be negative. Plasticity index indicates the plasticity of the soil. Higher the value of plasticity index, greater will be the plasticity of soil. So let us consider a soil A and soil B. So this is the example. Soil A has liquid limit is equal to 60%, and this has the liquid limit is 90%, and the plastic limit is 20% and 30%. So which soil is more plastic? So you have to compute the plasticity index. So plasticity index, liquid limit, difference in liquid limit minus plastic limit. So this soil A has plasticity index 40% and soil B has plasticity index 60%, means soil B is more plastic. So with the help of that, we can, with the help of plasticity index, we can select which soil is more plastic. With the help of, so there is a value of plasticity index. So the value of plasticity index and soil description. So if the value of plasticity index is 0, so it is called non-plastic. And if the value of plasticity index is less than 7 or 7 to 17 or greater than 17. So it has, if the value of plasticity index is less than 7, so it is low plastic, medium plastic, and highly plastic. So on the basis of this, we can categorize the soil in terms of plasticity. If the value of plasticity index is 0, so then it is called non-plastic. If the value lies less than is equal less than 7, so it is low plastic. If value lies between 7 to 17, then it is medium plastic, and greater than 17, then it is highly plastic. Next topic I am going to discuss, that is consistency index, that is denoted by IC. So it is defined as the ratio of difference in liquid limit and natural water content to the plasticity index of soil. So consistency index can be written as IC is equal to WL minus WN divided by WL minus WP, or we can write WL minus WN divided by IP. So this is the expression of consistency index, where IC is the consistency index, WL is the liquid limit, WP is the plastic limit, WN is the moisture content at natural state, and IP is the plasticity index. So we can write WL is the liquid limit, WP is the plastic limit, and WN is the moisture natural moisture content. WN is the natural water content. So we can write at liquid state. So at liquid state, our natural water content will be the liquid limit. So the consistency index is equal to 0. Similarly, at plastic state, our natural water content will be equal to the plastic limit. So the value of consistency index will be unity. So these are the important points related to the consistency index. Next heading is liquidity index. Liquidity index, and it is denoted by IL. So it is defined as the ratio of It is defined as the ratio of difference in natural water content, difference in natural water content and plastic limit to the plasticity index. So liquidity index can be written as Wn minus Wp divided by Wl minus Wp, or we can also write Wn minus Wp divided by I. So this is the expression of liquidity index. Higher the value of liquidity index, lower will be the shear strength of soil. So we can write IL is inversely proportional to the shear strength of soil. And the check, this is very important check, the sum of IC plus IL should be equal to unity. So this is the important check. With the help of this liquidity index and consistency index, we can classify the soil. Like if I make a table, so consistency, description, the value of consistency index, and the value of liquidity index. So in case of when our consistency will be liquid, so description will also be liquid, and in that case our consistency index value is less than 0 and liquidity index greater than, the value of liquidity index will be greater than unity. Similarly, in case of plastic, there will be 4 types of description: very soft, soft, medium, very soft, soft, stiff and very stiff. We can write here stiff and very stiff, or medium stiff or stiff we can write. Here is the, we can write medium stiff, medium stiff and stiff. So when the in case of very soft, the value of liquidity index should be 0.75 to 1, and this is 0 to 0.25, 0.25 to 0.5, 0.5 to 0.75, and 0.75 to 1. Here 0.5 to 0.75 and 0.25 to 0.5 and 0 to 0.25. So this is all about the when our description is when our consistency is liquid. In case of liquid state, the consistency index value is less than 0 and the value of liquidity index greater than unity. When the consistency is plastic, so there are 4 categories: very soft, soft, medium stiff and stiff. In case of very soft, our consistency index value lies between 0 to 0.25 and liquidity index lies between 0.75 to 1. Similarly, in case of soft soil, 0.25 to 0.5 and the liquidity index 0.5 to 0.75. In case of medium stiff, 0.5 to 0.75 and the liquidity index 0.25 to 0.5. And in case of stiff, the consistency index will lies between 0.75 to 1 and the liquidity index 0 to 0.25. Similarly, when the consistency is semi-solid, in case of semi-solid, this is also hard. So the value of consistency index is greater than 0 and the liquidity index is less than 0. And in case of solid, it is very hard. the value is greater than 1, less than 0. So this is the table you have to remember for the classification of this soil, further classification of this type of clay. After that, I am going to discuss the liquidity index. I have already discussed. So toughness index, toughness index, and it is denoted by IT. It is defined as the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index. So toughness index can be written as IT is equal to IP by IF. So we can see that earlier in the previous class, as I told you, that flow index is inversely proportional to the shear strength of soil. So higher the value of shear strength of soil is directly proportional to the toughness index, and shear strength is inversely proportional to the flow index. So the toughness index IT can be written as ratio of plasticity index. So WL minus WP divided by IF can be written as W1 minus W2 divided by log 10 N2 by N1, or simple, it is IP by IF. So this is the expression of toughness index. For most of the soil, the value of toughness index lies between 0 to 3. So dear student, today I have discussed about the definition of plastic limit, and after that how do we compute the plastic limit in the laboratory and various apparatus used in the plastic limit. And after that I have discussed about the shrinkage limit, definition of shrinkage limit, and the various expression of the shrinkage limit, and like Ws is equal to E by G, or the relationship between shrinkage limit, specific gravity, and shrinkage ratio, that is G is equal to 1 by shrinkage ratio minus shrinkage limit. And after that I have discussed the some index property, like what is consistency index, what is liquidity index, and what is toughness index. So the consistency index is defined as the difference between liquid limit and natural water content to the plasticity index, and liquidity index is defined as the ratio of difference in natural water content and plastic limit to the plasticity index, and the toughness index is defined as the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index. So the toughness index, toughness index is the indicator of the shear strength of the soil. Higher the value of toughness index, greater will be the shear strength of soil, and for most of the soil, the toughness index will lies between 0 to 3. So in the next class, I will discuss about the what is unconfined compressive strength of the soil, and what is sensitivity, and what is thixotropy, and what is activity. So take care of your health and happy learning.